I couldn't manage to be with you on site, so have taken this opportunity to present you on online on India's innovative real-time data handling system. If I could take questions at the end, I'll be most happy to do it online. Else, you are free to write to me on my email, and we can communicate over that, and I'll be most happy to respond to your queries. I'm taking this opportunity to start with giving the overall scenario of digitalization of environmental governance in India. SAMES is one of the part, or you call it automated measuring system. It is one of the part. Beside that, environmental clearance system, permit renewal system, compliance monitoring, uh, pollution monitoring and reporting system. Uh, this all have been digitalized in India. SAMS under pollution monitoring and reporting system is one of the part. SAMS is required to be installed in rate category of industries, which are 60 types. Among these 60 types, there is a separate list of 17 categories, which includes the major highly polluting industries, including the steel sector, thermal power, coal-based power, petrochemical, fertilizer, etc. SAM's installation started in February 2014 by the central regulator. Under this, all these 17 categories of industry, which are around 6,000 numbers, are sending around 30,000 data sets, 30,000 installations to the central regulator as well as their respective state pollution control board, the state regulator. Beyond this, there are hundreds and thousands of industries which have installed SAMs as per the requirement by state pollution regulators, and they are sending data to SPCBs. Overall, this sector has invested around $1 billion USD on SAMs and other real-time monitors in the industries. And the data is going to both the central and state regulators. Besides, this is a very unique system in India which has adopted and which has been scaled time to time. This is an integrated data acquisition handling system, as represented in the picture, whether it is ambient air quality monitoring system, emission monitoring system, or effluent monitoring system installed in the industry. All the data from these devices can go through wireless device, which you call Internet of Technology or data logger, to the online server, to the cloud server of CPCB, Central Regulator, or SPCB, State Pollution Control Board, State Regulator. And the industry can have their own server, client server in parallel, not in the series. So in parallel, therefore without any interference to the data which is going to the regulator. Or they can also access the central regulator of central CPCB or SPCB through a authorized access. The data which can be accessed on mobile, the data handling system can generate email, SMS. The data can be seen through the web browser. Data can also be displayed on the dashboard at the industry. This integrated data handling system, if I present in the pictorial format, it would look like this. So say the complex network of all kind of installations, not only the analyzer or sensor. You see there is flow meter, there is PTZ camera, all this information through different network, different data transfers network, whether it is or the gateway, USB, LAN, Wi-Fi, GPRS system, depending upon the location and remoteness of that particular site. This all instruments collects data online and through its client server from the industry, and it takes it to internet, the central server. Central server is there with the central regulator as well as the parallel one for the particular state with the state pollution control board. This server can be accessed, as I said, by the industry, or the industry can also see it on the client server in any of the format as depicted in the picture. You can see on the web, you can see on the mobile, you can access the SMS and alert, or you can see and access and respond to the emails as well. One of the unique system with the data acquisition and handling system in India, which is unlike the Europe or US, industry are not permitted to have any intermediate PC or server in between. So the data directly from the continuous emission monitoring system, SEMS, has to go to the regulator using IoT or data logger, which is an encrypted format, just collects data and transfers it to the server. Even if there is a fall, there is electricity a problem, this can store the data to the certain amount, and it can transfer once it gets back to the work. This direct data transfer is also two-way. So data which is coming from SEMS is going to the regulator, but at the same time, data acquisition system, the central server of that, is also capable of generating alarm and emails if there is a specific case of non-compliance or any inconsistency of data coming from any industry, and this alarm and emails or SMS can directly go to the official of the industry. If the regulators are seeing inconsistency of the data for the such longer time, and they are planning to check the installation, they can check it remotely for the gaseous SEMS, which is called the remote calibration or remote check, possible, mostly in India. So under that, the data acquisition system already has a command inbuilt system where they can click the zero drift and span drift check online. This calibration triggers the instruction to the analyzer directly to get the zero gas, report the measurement, and after that the span gas and report the measurement. It gives the regulator the confidence how the installation, SEMS installation, gaseous SEMS installation on the site is responding. This is one of the unique system with Indian data handling system for the SEMS. This system has been built in such a way that it can go longer. There are very crucial features of this data acquisition handling system. The list says the key ones are: the data acquisition handling system can directly pull the data from the analyzer, whether using RS-232, RS-485, LAN or DSE, or any type of connectivity without intermediate software. This is highly scalable. Since the market is growing, there are a huge number of industries are expanding. So the data acquisition handling system can add as many installations are there. It follows the international ISO 7168 format. It is open to connect any analyzer make and model with complete integration. It can generate the alarm, SMS, and email alerts automatically in case of non-compliance, which has been already built into it. The communication is bidirectional, and it also enables the user to communicate in case of a specific requirement. For example, if an industry is going into shutdown or is starting, certainly that there will be emission inconsistency of the data in that period of time. So before or during this period, the regulators can check, industry can inform the regulator about these incidents, and regulator can also accept and see those markings against the data which is coming in that abnormal period. Data validation module is already inbuilt. There's GPS tracking of those installations. So not only by the tabular format or by the name of the industries you can also see by the map or the GPS location, you can track those industries and installations. Industry can access the data from the central server, which is role-based secured access are given to them, and also to their employee and professionals. The data which is coming from the SAMs, it also automatically gives the quality code, which it means if it is data is coming delayed, it is marking as delayed, or excess or data gaps are there. So different kinds of quality code marking, which is delayed data, analyzer failure, or any kind of fault, the data comes with the marking of that. The data which is at the central server can be seen anywhere by the respective software and authority provided. This can be integrated with predictive analytics software. You can see it on mobile. Remote calibration, remote configuration is possible of the analyzer with this data acquisition and handling system. Diagnostic and audits can be carried, and this record can be inbuilt in that system. Any kind of reports and analytics can be carried by the regulator for the particular industry or a set of industry or in the state, and also by the industry for the particular period of time. The software looks like this. So I have seen given the four scenarios. If you see the first one, this is how it looks like when you see the live reading. At the bottom, it is the kind of real-time report against the different parameters against the norms. It can be seen. So as many as parameters which are applicable for the particular industry can see their own. Regulators can see for different industries. If there is any maintenance is going on, industry can mark it on that, and a maintenance record can also be seen by the regulator sitting at distance. All the calibration being carried by industry or being carried by regulator, remote calibration carried by the regulator, can be seen, and it can, if you see on the calibration, regulator can trigger it, and if it is available to the client software, they can also trigger it for their own system. The records are inbuilt. Different metrics report for the average, maximum, minimum number of records can be generated for the customized types of reports if somebody wants to see. Average reports can be generated and seen, and it can be in the tabular format, or anybody can be seen in the graph format. Alarms generated for the particular parameter for particular industry, everything, all the possibilities can be seen and can be taken in the form of a report. All these facilities are inbuilt, and depending upon the requirement of the state regulator or central regulator, it can be customized. The data acquisition handling system enables the user, industries, to see, analyze their data, and also to the regulator if they want to do it for certain selected industry. So these analysis factors, some of the key ones which are already built in, which is one can see the availability of data for a selected period of time, delayed data, data quality, data gaps, accidents, diurnal analysis, metrics report, startup shutdown sequences. They can correlate the data with the environmental correlations for their environmental data, which they can see, and the operational data, which they can see in the control room. Analyzer drifts, range drifts, calibration issue, and they can use this data for the comparison, especially for the regulators can see this data in comparison with the other industries in that sectors. So this integrated data acquisition handling system has multiple unique features which enables user to do many of the tests, many of the reportings, many of the analysis to do by themselves. One of the recent development has been that this entire data acquisition system has been further being upgraded. This new upgradation which is in the plan is giving capability of the regulator to access the same device for their control. All the maintenances, all the problems which is carried, which is possible at the industry, and it can be carried with the permission of the regulators, and the regulator will have the full control of the installations right from the data transfer systems as well. So third party involvement at the every aspect of it, or any chance of any manipulation or any troubles which is affecting the data availability to the regulator will be lowered further. So this unique data acquisition system India has adopted, and it is further improving and getting scalable more and more. Thank you very much. This is my presentation so far. I'll be happy to take any questions on that. Thank you very much.